Alright, hello once again everyone, it is I, LVG, back with yet another scripted Loomian Legacy discussion video, because I don't really know what to say, and I don't need this video being 3 times longer than it already is, because I ramble a lot. This time around, we're mainly going over the developer message they shared, but also Lando says the Vari Evolution will come tomorrow around 12 PM CDT, which for me would be 10 AM again, so that's cool. Now on to what this video is actually about, the message they shared. I'll go over things that piqued my interest while also somewhat summarizing what they're saying, which I'll just say I don't entirely understand what they're saying in some parts, so take some of my thoughts on this with a grain of salt. But yeah, this will be a bit of a long one, so strap in. It basically starts with thanking the community for their continued support and all that jazz, and that they're determined to always improve the game and provide more variety of gameplay, which currently there's PvP, which is definitely one that at least doesn't have a limit. You know, you can always do some PvP, think of new strategies, climb up ranks or something. I don't know, I don't do PvP. But like completing the Lumipedia, capturing all the Loomians, you know, something for collectors like myself, and the mastery system as well. Both of those will eventually cap off with every update, and then you can't really do anything with those anymore until a new Loomian or Loomians gets added. And starting in the third part of this message, they are aware of that, and they mentioned that dry period of content while you're waiting between updates is why they try to get out other updates like new Loomians events, etc. But at the same time, of course, that will cut into the time they use to develop the main story, which they hope to fix in the near future. In the fourth part, they say they have many plans for new features that will add more playability, though with Atlantean City there will be more story progression of course, but with the same, you could say, post-game that there was before Atlantean. So basically once you're done with the story, got all the Loomians, maxed the mastery again, you'd go back to how it was before Atlantean pretty much. But they plan to add many new features to the game starting after Atlantean, so not before that update. They say this first feature will have an endless cycle of entertainment, and you can get new prizes and even new rare Loomians from it. And supposedly it'd be easy for them to update, which would provide us, the players, with more content while having the devs spend less time making a main story update, having all their focus pushed onto the smaller updates in between. They say they can't go into detail on what this feature is yet, but if we go back to this old roadmap they shared, I feel like this feature that people like to call Auroria Dungeons might be what they're talking about. Or it's not. How would I know? Anyways, the last part pretty much says everything again, but in a shorter message, so yeah. Now, if I shall theorize a bit on what other features, excluding Auroria Dungeons, might be coming soon, let's remember that Atlantean City is basically just Anthean City from Brick Bronze, but sunk in the ocean. So lots of features that were there could come back in Atlantean, like the arcade, where you could play little games and exchange tickets for rare prizes, the Lucky Lotto, which could also give you rare prizes depending on how many numbers matched up with the player IDs your Pokemon had, the Evolution Stone shop, which, boy do I hope I can get evolution items without Coliseum points at some point, the Pokeball shop where you could buy a ton more different kinds of Pokeballs than in the usual shops, which, thinking about it, we already have type discs in the game, so I don't know if they'd just make them purchasable there, or there'd be something different that's special instead in there. And of course the housing district, which technically we've already seen a couple apartment/housing buildings in Loomian Legacy, but just saying it as a reminder that that could come as well. But with that, I'm about done with this video. My only hopes with this message is that the devs don't overwork themselves trying to achieve these goals to appease the player base. Like, if y'all need breaks, please take them. Don't feel like you need to get an update out. Like, the players can't wait just a couple more days. I mean, how long have we been waiting for Atlantean City? We can wait a couple more days. At least I could. But I'm done talking for now, and I'll see you again next time. Tomorrow, with the Vari update.